I also saw where the military, although it was shown to us deleted later, where they wrote the audacity. What I don't get is that why is the military outraged in this manner when it comes to Niger Delta, when it comes to this happening in Delta State, and not as outraged when it happens in Borno State or Zamfara? Why is Boko Haram, terrorists, bandits, kidnappers, whatever they want to call them, why is it that when they kill our military, there's no outrage? I don't see the military coming to say what audacity and going after them and doing all that raising, whatever that people are now asking for in this community. Why doesn't that happen? Even when we have the terrorists come out to threaten the territorial integrity of our nation, threaten our country, threaten.
Thank you so much. I'm your body secret. Aisha Yesufu, an activist, asked a very important question to security agencies. The security agencies have no choice. They need to respond to the question asked by Aisha Yesufu. The federal government also need to respond to the question asked by Aisha Yesufu, because the question is so important. Aisha Yesufu wants the security agencies to explain. How come they respond differently to killing of soldiers in the north? It's treated as if it's not an issue. No reprisal. Nobody, you don't make political capital of it. You don't dramatize it. It's not a national issue. But when the same terrorists that are everywhere in Nigeria, when they kill somebody, especially in southeast or in southern part of Nigeria, it's a serious matter. Some communities may be raised down. So many things will happen. There will be a lot of civilian casualty. You see collective punishment that is not known to law. Aisha Yesufu asked the military, why do you respond differently? If something is occurring nationwide, the attack on the military is seen nationwide. Why do you pay special attention with special reaction to attack on the military in the south and more or less treat the attack on the military in the north as if it's just one of those things, as if it's not an issue? Aisha Yesufu wants the military to explain. 20 soldiers were killed in Niger State. The Niger State governor boldly said the military should not go after the killers. The killers were known. They were not Nigerians. He said they are people that came, pastoralists that came from different parts of Africa, different parts of the world, and they don't want them to go. That he will go and dialogue with them, except if that fails before the military can take action. Non-Nigerians, 20 soldiers killed in Niger State.
As a government, we have put in machineries to start talking to the bandits, the other elements that are not in tandem with living peacefully. So as a government, we've created a Ministry of Nomadic and Pastoral Affairs to look at the issues of the Fulani headsmen. You need to understand that Niger State has the largest congregation in the world of Fulani headsmen. Niger State is 8.3 million hectares of land with bodies of water. The pastoral environment is very good for grazing. A lot of Fulani across the world, not just Africa, converge in Niger State. So we don't want them to leave. So we don't want any major military activities. We want to talk to them. But if we don't get to that level, then probably we have to go fully military.
17 soldiers were killed in Delta State. Who already know what happened? Up to today, that community is as if it does not exist anymore. The attack even extended to Numoren community in Bayelsa State, that the governor told us at least 20 youths were killed. The governor himself, Derek, has to tell the world, 20 youths were killed. In response to the killing of soldiers. Soon after the killing of soldiers in Delta State, 5 soldiers were reported killed, either in Sokoto or Shiroro area in the north. One of those soldiers was a captain. It was reported. And after that, we still hear stories of attack on the military. The killing of 5 soldiers in Abia State that happened recently. Nobody is talking about the civilian casualty. What a nation. What a nation of hypocrites. What a nation of men and women that have lost their humanity. They have lost their make of human kindness in civilized societies. Civilians are treated with very high recognition. The life of a civilian is so valued that even the security agencies put in extra effort to ensure there will not be civilian casualty in every operation. But not in Nigeria. Oh, not in Nigeria at all, not in Nigeria. That's why we are hearing. Even more civilians were killed in Aba when the military were attacked. The story, as we were told, is that in exchange of gun battle, so many civilians were killed. And the number we are being told is more than the number of soldiers that died. But the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria had condemned the killing of the soldiers and said relatively nothing concerning this civilian casualty. We have had the effort of the governor of Abia State in visiting the families of the soldiers, offering scholarship. We have not heard of anything that the governor had done to console the families of the civilians who lost their, who died in what they know not. Civilian casualties. We do not care about it. What a nation. What a nation. And people are appealing. Please, there should not be reprisal. There should not be this. There should not. Why should there be reprisal? Any man or woman that commits an offense known to law, the security agencies must put on their thinking cap, go the extra mile to track down the perpetrators of those wicked acts and force them to dance to a hot music the law will play for them. In civilized societies, you better allow 99 criminals to go free than to punish one innocent person. But not in Nigeria. Not in Nigeria. What kind of leadership do we have? Leaders who live in the primitive era. Leaders who are not human at all. That's why we keep continuing talking about civilian casualties. We cannot talk about reprisal. I said, no, please. Should it really be talked about? When collective punishment is an offense known to law. For every crime committed, those involved must be fished out and punished according to the law. No innocent person should fall victim. But in the attack in Aba, it's reported by the military themselves that 6 civilians died. It may be as the days go by, the number will go far above that. Is that a good report? Should there still be fear of reprisal? And how come the governor will only hear a report of what he would do to military casualties, but not civilian casualties? The life of every Nigerian is so important. We must place a very high value on the life of every Nigerian. Civilian casualties should be compensated. Governors visit their families. Federal government visit their families. And we have been asking, this reaction of governors from the south, why is it not the same reaction of governors from the north? How come their reactions are different? I've given you an example of 20 soldiers and what the Niger State governor did. He went to Asorok with all the lawmakers and said they don't want the military to go after those who committed the crime. He wants to go and dialogue with them. They do not want them to leave Niger State. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. We have not heard of the effort of the government concerning those that fall victim to attacks in the north. We have not had the effort. Whether it is done secretly, we do not know. But the one of the south is done publicly, it's done openly, and people hear about it. If any honor is given to them, you hear about it. If houses are given to them, you hear about it. But that is where it stops. Federal government have said nothing about civilian casualties. Bayelsa State Governor has not told us what he will do to the families of those people he told us, those youths he told us that were killed. Bayelsa State Governor has said nothing. Do you see why we will continue to take action that will make Nigerians not to believe in their country? Do you see how leaders, by their own action, undermine the unity of Nigeria? Aisha Yesufu have asked a question. How come the reaction is different when soldiers are killed in the north and when they are killed in the south? Worse still, when they are killed in southeast. How come the reaction is different? Because all the killings are being perpetrated by the same terrorists. Whatever name they answer, whatever group, whatever be their, whosoever be their leader, they are all the same terrorists. Anybody with boldness to attack an armed soldier can only be a terrorist. Anybody who can do it, any group that can do it, can only be a terrorist. So, if this is terrorist activities, why are the reactions different? That's why Aisha Yesufu want the security agencies and the federal government of Nigeria and even the governors in the south to answer. Why are the reactions different? And how come we do not care about civilian casualties? No compensation is considered. We need to rethink if we want to build a nation where peace and justice should reign. If we believe in the brotherhood of man, we need to rethink. Share this video and subscribe to this channel. God bless you.